Hello everyone, this is Lolly. I have a project I want to show you today. So one of my favorite paper clip sizes is actually these 3-inch ones because I'm used to using the 2-inch ones that are like that size. And I've used some of the big jumbo ones that are like 4 inches. That's kind of between. So anyway, I like this size and I was watching a video the other day. Well, back up. Let's start at the beginning. You know I have the Paperclip Art Group on Facebook, and a while ago someone showed her project where she had taken a paperclip and instead of using it as a paperclip, which is meant to slide down onto paper, thusly, she took a piece of scrap paper and wrapped it around here so that in the end all you could see was this loop, and she used it as a charm. And I thought that was very creative. I don't remember which member shared it, and it's kind of hard to search because unless she gave it a name or something, it's hard to search that in the group. So anyway, I thought that was interesting. In the back of my mind, I kept thinking, yeah, I'll make one of these days. So I just happened to come across the video of someone making them, and her name is Paula. I will give you the link down below to her video. And so she said she was inspired by paperclip necklaces where people used to chain paper clips together, but I couldn't determine whether the video she saw had the paper wrapped around them or not, or if this was actually Paula's idea to wrap the paper around. So either way, Paula gets credit for inspiring me to try this. So, but I decided, of course, to do my own little take on it. So here's what I'm showing you. So I took the 3-inch clip, and before I even wrap the paper around, I put a jump ring on the top, a large one. And the reason is, if I decide to make this a necklace, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it just yet, then this would be aiming the right way for a chain to go through there. So just a thought. I could still take this off if I don't want it there. But what I decided to do, and there's the back. Oh, and I have a little bit of lace across here, and I have the gold rickrack at the bottom, and a ladybug there. But what I decided to do was to use mine to make a charm with my word of the year. So I'm reaching over so I can get my other ones. Now, hope is my lifelong word, but then I started fairly recently starting a word of the year. So let me start grabbing these. The first one I did was courage. And then the next one was believe. And the next one was journey. And then this year it is simplify. So what I did was I printed these off on the computer, cut them out, and have been making these. So what I want to do is have my lifelong word here and make this charm with all of my words hanging from it like that. And I thought that would be really cute. Could also add some beads, not sure. So first thing is we need to get one of the 2-inch paper clips. I'm trying to find one that's really straight. You don't want a whole lot of bendings on it. It doesn't matter if this is straight as long as it's not sticking up. Okay, so put that aside, and I'll wait to trim this out because I might just lose that. Okay, now I think that whatever paper clip you have, what you want to do, and I'm going to show you on a large one here so that you can see what I'm doing. Let's say this is the paper clip. You want to measure from inside on one of the long ends here before it starts bending out, and that's the strip of paper would be that long. So for this one, about 2 3/8 would be a good width of a paper strip. This one looks like it's about it looks like 1.5, but I found that that would kind of push it right around the bend here. So I would do 1 3/8. In other words, just a hair under the 1.5. So this is the paper collection I'm using. It's Authentique. It is double-sided, but it doesn't have to be. I want you to look at Paula's video. I'm giving you the link down below. And she has a completely different style, and it's kind of vintagey, and I love her layers. It's so pretty. I'm doing this one entirely different, just with what my goals are here. And so we're using this paper collection, and I'm looking for another paper that I haven't used yet to go along. I've got this one with the hearts I could use. And of course, I've got both sides, so I have to consider that Or one of the reverse sides. I don't think I like the red because this is so much pink and blue. I don't really think I'm liking the red. Okay, so, ooh, hard. I think I'll go with the pink because I have 2 blues and 1 pink. Now I forget my train of thought here, but let's go ahead and measure a strip 1 3/8. So there's 1 1/2, and I'm just going to slide my paper over a pinch. Okay, so that's perfect. Fold this over, and this is not being measured. It's just something to hook onto the paper clip and glue it. Now, I was trying to figure out a system to get a perfect measurement for how long to make this strip, and I really wasn't coming up with a good one. So I just leave it as it is. I'm gluing this here. I'm using Scotch tacky glue right now. I'm just going to hold it for a second. You know, this glue is pretty quick. And while I'm holding that, what I did with all 4 of these is once I put the paper on there, I realized how fragile these would be. I think that Paula calls hers paperclip beads, and I really don't think of these as beads. I think of them just as charms. So on these, I think no matter how they're used, I'm afraid that the paper would tear. So before I embellish, I put the words on and I put Mod Podge around all of these. Okay, now that I have this, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit for you. So all I did, not on this side that has the loose wire, but on the one that has a solid wire, I just folded the paper over and glued it. I'm going to wrap it around, see, like that. And when I wrap it around again, I have to make sure that it's lined up with my with the edges of my other paper, because you know these paper clips are not, what's the word I'm looking for? They're not straight. Now I'm going to trim this off and glue that in place. Okay, and it's the fact that we have this extra bar on the side here that makes the paper not fold over completely flat. And so while that's setting up, I'm going to trim this off. So I'm going to use the Worn Lipstick Distress Ink. And I'm putting all the words toward these words toward the bottom of the charm here. And think about what a great use this is of your scraps. They do look really cute with lace, and Paula has used some book pages. I like book pages, and she's used some napkins and fabric, I think, and all sorts of really cute things. So there I have my words. This one has to be Mod Podged, or it will not be strong enough to make me happy. So my Mod Podge is sitting here. I'm just going to swirl it a little bit. You don't shake your Mod Podge. Usually I can lay it on its side and roll it a little bit. I'm going to hold it by the little wire here and give it a good coat. And then where would I put this so that it can dry? So what I did was, again, I took paper clips and I straightened them out. Here we go. And then I hang it from a little wire shelf that you can't see, it's off camera, but in front of me I have a wire rack that holds my iPad so that I can see whether I'm on camera or not. I have this, and unfortunately I wasn't using the app just now, so I don't know if I was off camera back just then. So all I did was Mod Podge that. So, okay, so the question is what to do with the rest of these. Let me pause this and get my paintbrush rinsed out. Okay, so then what I was thinking is, should I do anything to the back? Now we have the seam coming up here, and that's okay with me, but could I also do something cute on the back here? I have a little excess, so when it's dry, I will snip off the excess there. So we got a little rickrack on that one, and I got these from the dollar spot. I think these are all different. They are. They're pink and they're so cute. So let's use some Glossy Accents. There we go. I love it. And let's see if I find something that I like on the back of this one. I was thinking of some itty bitty buttons. Now these ones, I like these flowers, but I think they might be too large. No, they just fit in there. But if I want to go with the pink and blue theme, I think I'll put a blue one there. And I mean a pink one. Oh my goodness, that's a pink, not a blue. And I was thinking of maybe a couple of these little white ones or even one white one. It's time to clean out the nozzle on my glue fine tip applicator. Sorry, my hand's in the way. And I still might put a little extra something on there because it looks a little lonely. Might be that I didn't think about this. Since I have Rick Rack, the Glossy Accents might not be the best glue for that, and I might need to use something better. Another thing you could do is another word on the back here. I'm still thinking about the back there and what to do with that. And maybe, since I have lace here and I have Rick Rack here, I don't want to cover those up with something, but maybe something in the center. I have a big flat back pearl there, but I still think it's kind of strange just all by itself. So let me think. I also found this little charm, which is these cute little macaroons that I might add in here somehow. Okay, I got to thinking about some sequins here. Okay, that's the back. It kind of looks like a stick of gum to me. Okay, these are all drying. I'm going to check the Mod Podge here. Ooh, that's almost done. Let me hang this up for just like 5 more minutes before we glue anything onto that, and then we will assemble the charm. Okay, so I played around a little bit and I actually added a little flat back pearl to the front of that one and a little gemstone in the front of that one and 2 itty bitty tiny flat back pearls on that one. And so far this seems like it's holding up. And you saw what I did for these. So this one is now dry. I'm reaching to get my, this one here. So it's ready for a little bit of bling. And I have this little tub here, and when I've done swaps and or just see people send me gifts, a lot of times I get these little bags of, I'm sorry the light is flashing. I replaced my bulb and it's still flashing, so it must be the fixture. I get these Delight, that's cute. I get these little bags of charms, and I thought I might be able to use something from here. There's a cute little lock. I like that. So let's see what goes on the front. I love this lock, but I don't know that I can really use that. I'm going to let that set for a little bit while I'm working on putting this together, because I don't want to jar that by decorating the back right now. Okay. So I'm looking through some of my beads that I might want to add, use to add a charm or two here and there. And I got my garment pins. Some of those. I don't know if I'll need any of it. I'm just kind of getting it out. Okay, so I was thinking, and we never know until we really get this thing going here. I was thinking of using these little gourd pins or garment pins like that to hang these on here. So, and that way they're going to be aiming the right direction. See, pretty cute. But I can also add other charms here, and I have many supplies of beads that I've gotten from thrift stores, and I thought they would be kind of fun to play with. There's a nice color there. I was looking at more of a pink. That's pretty pink right there. Pink. Blues like that. Oh, I want different shapes and different colors, different sizes. So let's see. Could also use these as well. So all I need to do is take one of these. Oops, that's kind of bent up. And I want to start with a really tiny bead on the end to contain it, so that, let's see if this fits. I want to grab one of these. Yes, you want to get a tiny bead so that it doesn't fall off of your stick. There, and then you can put one of your bigger beads on there. Like that. Okay, and maybe that'd be okay. Very cute. And sometimes I just put a little silver metal piece on there just by way of, you know, adding more color and texture. I've got one here I might use. And then I need all my pliers. So the first thing I do is cut off excess here. I leave about 1 inch, I think. And then I use these round ones here. Bend the wire completely to the right, 90 degrees. And then grab the end and just rotate it around like a little loop. And I gave myself a little too much room. I didn't have the bead all the way down at the bottom like I needed it. So let's see if I can flatten that out and start over again. Okay. Really want to bend this right down at the very juncture if I can. Oh, I didn't grab it right. Okay, and grab the end and bring that around. So now we have that. And I think, I don't know if I want to do another gourd. I don't know if I want to add these to the same gourds or just do a different gourd for every one of these. Let's see. I think I could add this to one of the pins I already have on there. Let's get it all in there and figure out what we want to do. Courage. The next one I had was Believe. So let's start another one of these. I don't want them all to look the same, but let's use another clear one this time. There. So I was going to try and put both these on the same the garment pin, and see how that looks. Because what happens is it shoves it behind it. That's why I was thinking I might want everyone to have their own garment pin there. See? Pretty cute. And yep, let's go for an extra one here. There we go. Okay, journey. Now, simplify let's turn it over and see what we can do to the back here. I had this, and I had this really cute, tiny little butterfly. But what I'm thinking is maybe some of this gold rickrack. Now I love, oops, let go. I don't know that I'm going to do anything else to that one on the back. And one of the reasons is that I am thinking, I like this here. It says made with love, and I just think it's so pretty. But if I put that on here like this, it would be on the back, see? Dangling. There. So I have courage, and I have this glass bead, and I have believe, and I have the pearl beads, and I have journey, then I have the macaroons, and then I have simplify with this little thing on the back. Very adorable. And I am totally in love with this. So again, you could do this like a necklace. And I might, if I knew I was not going to be getting crazy, I'm just so clumsy. If I wear something like this, it will get tangled in the shopping cart when I bend over. But I think this would be really beautiful for a night out or as a charm. And I could hang this in my craft room as a decoration, or it could go on a planner or on a purse. One more little touch maybe across the top here. I was thinking of I'm in love with little tiny bows, and I was thinking a little tiny bow right there would be really cute. So I loop it like this and then just put one over the other and through the hole there. Now, so when you're doing this, if you plan ahead and know automatically that you're going to want to thread something along this loop on your paper clip, put it on there before you put your paper on there. You can totally do that. There we go. There's the back. And there's the front. So they tend to bunch up a little bit here because I have so many gourd pins. But if we could put, and it's totally doable, to put these charms on the same gourd pin as this, it would make a little less crowding up there. It makes less bunching up in here, and that makes it easier for them to move around. And you can still see it. You can still see that there's that right there. So it's not too bad at all. I think just taking the one off is probably all I need to do. It's just really freed up some room there. So, oh, I was looking at this. I still might, I don't know. I think it's just one more thing unless I clip it to one of these. Now this is gold. This was something I had gotten on clearance somewhere. And I'm okay that this is gold colored clip and everything else is silver. I can clip this on one of the gourd pins. I call them gourd pins, I call them garment pins, or I could put it right with this one. There we go. And now it's long. Oh, that is adorable. I think if I had another blue one of these tassels, I might use it as well. That was really fun. I do this one itty bitty flower and it looks kind of lonely and I think it might need a place to go. So let's see. I want to turn the believe around because I want all the words facing the same way. I'm kind of insistent on things like that. Now, there we go. I still want to put this on there, so I think I'm going to put it right here. There, just because I wanted to use that. Okay, everybody, thank you for watching. Glad to use some of the items I got from thrift stores. and some of the items I got on clearance, and some of the items that were gifted to me. This is a precious project, and especially because of the fact that it just reminds me of my words for the year, and then I can keep adding on to it. Totally doable. There we go. Thank you everybody for watching.